Oh my lord. It has happened again, everyone. The great slime infestation continues. So, one of the old jokes in this series is that I really dislike the slimes because they spawn everywhere inside my base. And this didn't always used to be the case. These are slime chunks, but at some point, way back in the past, the way that slimes started spawning changed. They also started having them spawn in swamps, and guess where I built my base? Yep. In a slime chunk and in a swamp. So, I am just inundated with slimes. In fact, you can hear even more over here. They're just everywhere. I'm like a slime exterminator. I mean, I just go around and I'm constantly trying to get rid of the slimes. And then I'll get to a point like this where I just have to get these guys all sorted out. Any second now. One last guy. There we go. So, I'll get everything all clean, and I'll say to myself, finally, peace at last. And then I'll go somewhere else, and I'll do something, and while it's clean now, I will come back, and the infestation will continue. So, yeah, it's kind of a thing with me, having slimes everywhere inside my base. So, welcome to yet another episode of Scott's Minecraft Adventures. I've been fairly busy, actually. Been playing a lot of Minecraft just for fun. So, I know that I said that I wasn't going to be working on this any further, that it was a dead project, and well, that's not quite the case anymore. I really want to figure out a way to get this to work, at least to get things like creeper dust, bones, and, well, that's basically it. That's all I want. And arrows, of course. So, I've been working, and I had to figure out a solution to a problem. So, the problem was this. When I was building this to begin with, right around, I think at this level, I made a mistake, and, well, I left 3 blocks of space in between floors instead of 4. So, yeah, that was a bit of a problem. That was one of the things that contributed to me giving up on this project. And the other was the amount of slimes that were spawning in the lower portions. Well, I did some thinking, and it really wasn't too much extra work to redo some of the floors. And I got thinking that I wanted originally to have variable settings with this, and I kind of still want to do that. So, in order to have a kill setting and a gather setting, I need all this space for a drop. And I measured it out. It's, I believe, 23 or 24 blocks. A drop from right there will kill anything that hits the ground. So, I will have that. But I have some really cool stuff that I've been working on. My redstone skills are not quite up to par with everyone else in the community right now. I basically build my redstone circuits and everything as if I was still playing in Minecraft beta. So, what I'm about to show you, I do apologize for. It's pretty messy. But anyway, I'm going to take you to my creative world real quick so I can show you exactly what I'm going to be doing. So, be right back. Okay, so here we are in my creative world. We have here a test subject. He actually is not going to be helping us at all because he is actually not supposed to be here. But anyway, this is the contraption that I've come up with. It's just a T flip-flop, a sticky piston with a block, and a dispenser with a water bucket in it. So I have right here a little bit of space so that you can see what's going on inside there. It's pretty simple. You just press this, and that causes the block to come out, and it causes the dispenser to dispense water. So this is going to act as a catch for the mobs. Say if I wanted to drop them down with maximum damage, and then if I wanted to use it as an XP farm, I could do that. So You just press it again, because this is a T flip-flop. I think I already said that. And now you have just a kill-only setting where the mobs drop through. And they... Well, oh, well, apparently this is one block too short. So... we need to go ahead and kill these guys, huh? Nice that they already took a bunch of damage, right? Okay, so let's try this one more time. I believe this should be high enough. Yeah, so that's the kill setting. When the mobs come down from the mob system, from up here, they will go through. And they will die as they hit the ground. This is a very familiar design to just about 90% of my viewers. So I'm not going to go through it completely, but I do like what I've done here, incorporating the water as a catch so that I can catch the mobs. And then the only damage that they take is from wherever the water is going to be. And I'm going to have that probably at about 20 or 22 blocks so that it's really easy just to hit the mobs and cause them to die and get the XP. So I haven't designed the bottom part of the system yet. So there you go. As you can see, I've collected them and they're ready to be killed. I haven't designed the bottom part of the system yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to do some experiments to see what's going to work, but I need to design a bottom part there. But that's probably going to get done another day. So let's head on back over to my survival world. Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be finishing up that section right there. We only have the floors there. We need to actually put the spawning pads up there and add the water and everything so that the top is completely functional, so that when I do turn off all the lights, and I also need to hook up everything to a single switch, so that when I do turn off the lights, it starts spawning things. Eventually, we're going to have to go around and light up some more caves. I've been hearing mob noises every once in a while around. So in order to maximize spawning rates, we need to light up all the caves. That's also not going to be done today. That's going to be something that I'm likely going to do on my own. And we will probably start building the redstone contraption up there to do the water catch. And then we're also probably going to start figuring out how we want to do a kill and collection chamber down here. I think I want to incorporate hoppers so that as the mobs drop down, nothing gets wasted if I'm not around to pick up the drops. So it's going to be quite a project. Like I said, pretty much over a year ago. But I really do want to finish this, and I do want it to be a source of arrows and bones and creeper dust and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. Well, I underestimated how much wood I needed, so here we are once again. Just gonna cut down some more trees and then we'll be right back to building. So, this is a very tedious process, and I'm sure I could do this more efficiently, but I am at the moment starting to add the water to the topmost section of the mob farm, And I only have 2 water buckets on me. Didn't feel like making a ton of buckets and wasting some of that precious iron. So here we are. I still have a few more water trails that I need to do. I'm going to go ahead and pick that wool up. And here we go. All the way down to the bottom, collect more water, and we repeat the process all over again. It's very slow and tedious, I must say. Actually, I did want to mention one thing. I recently, I think it was either last night or the night before, watched the very first episode of Cosmos with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I have to say, it is fantastic. And I'm not just saying that as an educator. As someone who just really likes science and everything, and also really good visual presentations and productions, I have to say, it's absolutely outstanding. I'm actually recording this portion of this episode about an hour before episode 2 premieres on Fox. So I'm going to be doing that later tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. I believe this particular episode is going to be is going to be on molecules and things down at the molecular level. So I'm really excited about that. I think it's going to be outstanding and fantastic. And I'm probably going to pause recording here to go watch it at some point, and I'll be sure to report back what I thought about it. But yeah, episode 1 is fantastic. You can find it online. It's on Fox's website, and it's also available on places like Hulu. So I would very much encourage everyone out there to watch it. If you think we need more science programming, things on TV that are based on reality and things like that, you really need to make sure that you watch this so that those view numbers get registered and that the companies can see that there is in fact a market for people who like scientific videos and things like that. So I would encourage everyone to check it out. Well, I can confirm Cosmos is pretty good. All the way through episode 5, because that's the one I most recently watched. So greetings, everyone. It's actually been a few weeks since I last was recording this episode. Oh, I've just been so busy. You know, I went to go watch Cosmos. I meant to come back and record this episode some more. And, well, you know, you get busy with other stuff, and then you're busy with other things the next day. And, well, yeah. So hopefully the whole narrative structure of this episode holds together and I can put this out as one individual thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get working on finishing up that top portion, and then I'll see you guys again once we start working on the trapping mechanism, the kill and holding mechanism thing up here that I want to build. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I've kind of rigged up a kind of like a test here, and as you can see, there are drops on the ground here. So we are getting some mobs spawning. In fact, here comes one right now. 2 of them even. So we are getting some spawning up there, but the rates are not as good as I had hoped. I think I just need to go through and light up more caves around here. I think that's my problem. The other thing, too, is that because I didn't make this higher, we're only going to get so much spawning because there's only so many spawning pads up there. Overall, I guess I'm kind of happy. This'll do. I didn't really want this as like an XP farm or anything crazy like that. I just wanted it to kind of be a drop collection thing. So at least it works. That's the important thing. This project has been going on for so long, I just want to get it done. So I'm going to go gather up materials for starting the construction up there, and I will see you guys shortly. Alright guys, so it's a new day. I've been recording this episode over legit an entire month. It's about 30 days since I started recording the first footage in this episode. I really hope you guys like this. So I was just logging in this morning. It's Saturday, April 26th, I think. Let me check. Yeah, the 26th. So I was just logging in, and I noticed there's this thing down here now. I'm playing in Minecraft 1.7.4 just because I'm lazy and I have Optifine and everything all configured with this build of Minecraft. And I'm not really missing out on any features at the moment, I think. I think all of the 1.7s above this were bug fixes. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so this is a new thing on the menu. Minecraft Realms. They've been talking about this for quite a while. Quite a while, actually. Many months. So... let's see what happens when you click this. Client outdated. Your client is outdated. Please consider updating it to use Realms. They're so polite. Nice Europeans. But yeah, anyway, I thought that was interesting. We're gonna get going here. I got some stuff to show you. Alright guys, so here's what I've been working on. This actually took quite a bit of time to come up with. If you'll recall, looking in my creative world when I was designing this thing, there wasn't really anything at the bottom in terms of item capture. Well, I spent a really long time researching item sorting and stuff like that, and I came up with this system right here. So basically what this is, I'm going to have redstone over here that is going to control the pistons there. That's where the mobs are going to be. Once we install the capture or kill setting up here, when they drop down, they will die and there will be item collection so that we can continue to collect the drops even when we're not present in the area here. So what's going on here is this will control the pistons so that I can get in there if I need to. To kill the mobs when I'm trying to get XP, I'm going to be using the splash potions of damage. So yeah, next item on the list is going to be coming up with a potions room. So if I have time, I'll come up with that today and record that as well. But anyway, the hopper system here comes all the way down. Oop. Comes down through here. And then there is a chest. Let's see if I can get an angle on it. Yeah, right there. So that's going to be the intermediate step. So all the items go into this chest. And then they flow into this conveyor belt right here. And then you have this item sorting system right here that uses comparators and repeaters and 2 hoppers. So basically, as the hoppers go over top here, you have these hoppers here that sort the items. So I have my 3 mob drops here. I got my creeper dust, rotten flesh here. I suppose we could use that for trading someday, so I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that. And the reason we have these right next to each other is because this is a trapped chest, and these are just regular chests. And then, of course, bones and arrows. And it's a little bit tough. It's not quite efficient in terms of putting 2 items through 1 hopper for sorting. Or at least I haven't figured out a good way to do that yet. But this seems to be doing okay. So that filters down to here. And you have these guys that pass the items straight through. And they get deposited into these various chests. So I'm going to cover this up so that all you can see are the chests, and I'm going to make this a really nice, pretty holding area, and, you know, we're going to do the decorative stuff last. First, I want to get all the redstone and things working, but I have some really neat ideas for what I want to do in here. I kind of want to, in one of my previous videos, the contest video that I did for the Minecraft fan server a long time ago, I had that water cathedral kind of thing. I kind of want to turn the inside here into that. So for that, I'll need lots of glass, some water, and a lot of white wool. Or maybe snow. I haven't decided yet. Depends on what sort of texture I want to go for. But yeah, I got to do some more work. I got to gather up some more supplies because I'm running a little bit low on some stuff that I'm going to need to finish this off. And I'm going to get working on the kill and capture device up at the top. So we will be right back. This is really strange. I was smelting some gold while I was gathering up my supplies. I'm gonna be showcasing a new kind of T flip-flop, by the way. I put a coal block in here and started doing gold ore, and I left the area and I came back, and it appears that it's still lit. I've already gone through a stack, so I don't understand what's going on here. I'm kind of curious. I want to see if perhaps adding some more will change anything, or whether I can keep this going forever, because that would be kind of cool. Ah, okay. It's just a visual glitch. Bam. Okay. Well, that makes sense, I suppose. Might as well finish this since I took it out. Okay, so let me go ahead and explain what's going to be going on here. This is going to be the piston that controls whether or not the water gets dispensed. In fact, I think I might have to lower this by 1 block still. So, like I said, this is going to be the piston that controls this block, this glass block here that comes out. That'll hold the water and keep it from going all the way down there and messing up with any potential redstone, or just with the system in general. And the T flip-flop that I'm going to be using is a pistonless dropper and hopper based T flip-flop. And the timing between the T flip-flop and this piston that extends is pretty good. It's to the point where the water will not escape through at all. And this will allow me to toggle basically between item collection only and item collection and XP. This water break right here at this level will prevent the mobs from being killed by dropping this distance. So, of course, the benefit to this is that I get to choose whether the machine simply collects the drops, or I collect the mobs and then kill them with the splash potions for XP. So, yeah, I need to do a little bit of layout work some more, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I have my placement all correct now. So this is going to allow that the mobs can't get back up through here. It's going to catch them. The water's going to be dispensed here, and this is going to be the piston that traps the water and the mobs. So we're going to be building a kind of T flip-flop here that uses a comparator as the output and a hopper and some droppers as the toggle. So I think what I need to do is put... It utilizes 3 droppers, a comparator, a hopper, and that's about it. And an input, like a button or something like that. So, if I can remember correctly, I'm trying to remember how to do this. I believe that the hopper is supposed to go... I'm running out of scaffolding blocks here. I'm using the cobble as scaffolding. I think I'm running out. So I think the first hopper goes like this. Yes, that's correct. This hopper is going to go like this. And then I need... Let's put a block here like this. This is going to be a problem. I need to get a little bit lower so that I can face this hopper or this dropper going down, rather. Slight problem, but I think we can fix that. Okay, that should do it. Unfortunately, we're going to lose some of our smooth stone here, but that's all right. Okay. Nope. Need to get lower. Oh, no! Well, anyway, I'll be right back. Success. Alright, so the hopper needs to go like this. Yes, I believe this should work. I think we have to put our guy right there. Button right there for demonstration. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so the cool thing about this is you can use repeaters as the input, which we are going to do. And I've decided that we're going to be using smooth stone for any and all block placements that we need to actually do here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that block right there just in case I need to build out again. I think I'll need to in just a second to get all the wiring set. So we need to put a block there. We need to put a block right here. And that's where our repeaters are going to go. That's going to be the input for that. Let's go ahead and replace all of this with our smooth stone. Repeater there. Alright, so this is starting to come together very nicely. Let me go ahead and place down some of this stuff. I need to eat, don't I? Okay, very good. So, in the end here, I think what's going to happen is once I have this all wired up and it's ready to go, I'm going to run redstone line back here and then down a another torch ladder thing. I already have some space hollowed out from when I was doing planning for this, so I can just go ahead and use that, I think. And then we can start doing the decoration and stuff like that to make this place look really cool. I'm back, and I've been working for about 4 hours or so now off camera. It turned out that there was a lot more work than I anticipated that I needed to get done. And in order to conserve hard drive space, because recording for 4 straight hours in 720p at 60 frames per second is not so kind to your storage. So I had to turn off recording for the majority of that. I'll just go ahead and come in here and show you guys what I've done so far. So this I would consider to be pretty much done in terms of the redstone and everything else. There's some really good stuff going on here. So first things first, I have these three switches. This one controls the capture mechanism up there, and I have it hooked up to a Silent T flip-flop, which is right here. All of these use the Silent T flip-flop so that you don't hear the pistons and stuff like that. So you press this, it turns the light on, and then it also sends a pulse up there, which controls the capture device. So if you look really, really closely, let's see, I've got Optifine installed, so I should be able to do that. Yeah, there we go. So what happens is the dropper will send out the water, or rather the dispenser will send out the water, and at the same time the piston will go out and trap the water. And that traps the mobs up there so that I can hold them if I want to drop them down here and kill them later for XP. And then if I just want to collect their drops, the entire chute is open, and when they hit down here, they will just die. And this hopper will collect up the items. So this right here is to toggle the machine on and off. This required a little bit of wiring. There's some redstone that goes up there, and then the wiring is now controlled all the way from up there. So we hit that, and the entire machine turns off, or turns on rather. The lights go off, and the machine turns on, as mobs are now spawning on all the spawning pads. To turn it off, you just do that. Light turns off to show that the machine is now off. Lights are on, nothing can spawn up there. Which isn't entirely true. I think they might have changed some stuff since this mob farm design was created by Etho. I believe that... Oh, I've fallen down here. I believe that on the very edges of some of the pads you can have spawning, because every once in a while I'll get a creeper or a zombie or something. Like every 10 minutes or so will fall down here. But it's not a problem. So... this one over here is just for the controls. I took out the top stuff here because I realized that it really wasn't necessary, because all that I wanted to do that for was if like experience orbs got trapped in there, I wanted to be able to open it so they could come out, and you only really need the bottom. So this is really a lot more aesthetically pleasing. So yeah, there you go. Now, the pride and joy of what I've been doing here for spending the majority of my time on is this guy right here, I have significantly expanded it because I realized that, well, the mobs drop a lot of stuff that I, wasn't taking into account. Like the zombies will drop food, the zombies will drop iron and tools and armor and stuff like that. So I'm not really interested in collecting all that. So I've instead kind of expanded to catch some of the other items, and I have also installed this thing, which is an overflow item destroyer. So let's take a look here. I believe, yeah, this is just a placeholder for now. So we're going to have bows in here. Not sure if enchanted bows and regular bows are treated the same in terms of item sorting, but as soon as I can go back and get some bows to throw in here, this will be bows. This is arrows. So you have to put 18 here because I don't exactly know why, but this is the number that's necessary in order to keep the system going. With this configuration, with the 18 up here and the 5 arrows down here, when the arrows pass over here, they'll go straight down and into this chest. This is bones. We've got rotten flesh, which we're going to use for trading someday. And iron ingots. I had to go grab some iron to put into this system. Iron ingots are very rare drops, but I do want to collect those, so that's going to be there. We have our creeper dust, and this is going to be my demonstration thing. I'm going to show you exactly what's going on with this item sorter. First, I need to make a couple more hoppers. I need 1, 2 hoppers. I believe I have... Nope, I don't have any more comparators or anything. So if you'll hold on just 1 second, I'm going to go gather up those supplies for you. Okay, now that I've got my items, we can go ahead and start here. So the way that this thing works is I had to do a little bit of creative thing, some creative stuff here in order to make it symmetrical so that all the chests line up very neat and nice when you come down here. So that keeps the proportions good for me. But basically, the way this works is that for this row right here, the entire row here, you need to have one or greater hoppers here. So 1 hopper here would work if that were your input. And in my case, I have it snaking all the way around here. But yeah, you can't just have the input be this hopper here. It needs to be at least 1 more. So the way this works is that the items come down here, they pass over top here, and with this row, you have hoppers that contain the items that you want to sort. And you have to have 18 of the item and then single items here. And then below that, you have single items. So as the items come over, if they're compatible with the items in this hopper, they will come all the way down and into the chest here. So the way that you set this up is that you have to have both hoppers detect that there is stuff present inside. So you need to have a redstone signal that comes out, and that's what the comparators are for. So you have that signaling that there is an item, and then based on the signal strength, because right now it's only putting out 1, but as an item comes through, it puts out a greater signal, and then underneath here we have a repeater. Let me go around to this side so you can see. We have repeaters that put a redstone signal here that turns off this torch, which no longer holds the items here and sends it into the chest. So while you may not have understood all of that, you might have, you might not have. Either way, we're going to go ahead and do one section here just so you can see what's going on. So you have your chest here, and you have your rows going on up here. So what you want to do first, and we're going to put a block right here just so that we can place it. This row of hoppers must be facing here. So what you do is you shift and then you place your hopper, and that directs it into that block right there. We're going to remove that block later. And then you do the same thing here. You direct it into that hopper right there. So we need to place a torch. And it has just occurred to me that I need to put the torch down first, because I am not going to be able... Yeah, there we go. So torch down, and then you put your hoppers. And we're going to cover this up with a block there. And we're going to put down our repeater there. Put a block there. Get your comparator out. Like that. And then throw down your redstone and you're good to go. So I have the same sort of principle here for the dropper. When an item comes into the dropper, the comparator does this. It sends out a pulse, which activates the dropper, and it puts the item into the lava and destroys it. So that's our overflow. So yeah, this thing's going to work pretty good, I think. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch some of the tools that come from the zombies or the skeletons. Or the zombies. And I might also catch some of the armor in order to fill up these extra chests, because I think I overestimated how much I wanted. But yeah, so that's the pride and joy of this thing right here. So this thing in action, let's get it going. And I need to put, yeah, we're going to put those guys right there. Very good. And that will block off extra items. So let's see if we can get some spawning going on so that we can demonstrate this thing in action. So we're not catching mobs. So when they come down here, they're going to hit and die. And their items are going to get collected up by the hoppers. So we'll just go ahead and wait for our first victim. And there we go. I don't know if we got any creeper dust, but let's go ahead and check. Okay, so there's nothing hanging out gunking up the system, which is good. Oh, and I also had to change this thing right here. I don't know if I explained this, but the torches were interfering with the hoppers and were locking the items in place. So to fix that, I just put the collection chests there. That kind of makes the system more efficient, so that items aren't gunking up the entire process. Yeah, so if he dropped anything, it would have gone in there. Let's wait for another one. So yeah, we've been waiting here for a while, and nothing's come down yet. This tells me that the system is not going to be... And I hear fire. Yep. That's no good. That is no good at all. I may need to put down some more blocks there to prevent the chests from catching on fire. But yeah, what was I saying? So it's not very efficient. I was checking F3. In terms of entities up there, you can see there's 13, 14. That counts how many. There we go. So that counts how many mobs there are within your screen's area. And as you can see, going around here, there's quite a few, especially over this way, because that's where the slimes all congregate inside my library, which is over there. So I need to go through and check all the caves and light everything up. And of course, at nighttime, this thing is going to drop in efficiency and everything like that. But yeah, I'm really satisfied with how this has come out so far. I never thought I'd come back and finish this project. Oh my goodness. We're just gonna do that for now. But I never thought that I would come back and finish this project, so I'm quite pleased about that. But for now, I think, let's see if we can... Oh yeah, check it out. That used to be 18, I think. No way to really know. But anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, because I've been doing quite a bit, and I'm pretty sure that the time is stretching out quite a bit as well. Hey, if you watched the entire episode all the way through to this point, you are a trooper, and I salute you. Thank you so much. You guys are the viewers that I really, really enjoy. So yeah, leave a like on the video and everything. Comments are now open again. And I want to hear from you guys, what you think and all that. So please go ahead and comment. They are going to be pending approval, but I promise that I will approve just about every single one of the comments. I need to be able to filter them before they publish. But yeah, so I've ranted quite long enough. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again for episode 30. Goodbye.